Hey guys, Aaron here, Melody behind the camera.
Hi.
Welcome to House of Haha. So in this video it's an update about our travels, where we've been so far. Our last update, we had spent some time in the Colorado Rockies, and we basically had camped at a free campground for about 2 weeks, and had been on a touch of people for probably about almost 3 weeks at that point, because we didn't have cell service in the place we'd been staying. When we got back, left Alamosa and got back to a place where we had connections again, we had some messages waiting for us, and we had found out that my grandmother passed away. So it was on August 6th, on a Sunday, that she died. She had been dealing with some cancer issues. She'd had cancer throughout her life and had gotten over it, and then it returned. She was in her 80s. Her name was Bonnie Raisler, and she was the mother of my stepfather. The day before, when we were at our campsite, we were talking, because we've been out of touch with people for so long. We don't get news, or we can't call anybody or text. So until we get back, to a place where we have connection, we were saying, God, so much could happen. So we literally said someone could die, and they could die and have a funeral and bury it. And by the time we get back, we might not even know about it. And ironically, the next day, she had passed away, and it was a couple of days later when we came back in town. We found out about it, messaged my mom. So we've been making our way north to South Dakota, where she lived in Aberdeen, and the service is going to be a memorial early September, and we're making our way up that. So now we're in Wyoming, currently in the Rockies there, making our way slow north to basically be in the Dakotas for the time for the service, so we can be there. The whole family's coming out. My mom, my sister, my brother, the whole family. People I haven't seen in years are all coming together. It got us thinking, because since we started this journey, I'm sorry, I'm really trying not to cry.
Do you want to pause?
No. 2 years we've been traveling. We've got a chance to go to the Dakotas, one, because it's one of the places we hadn't been as far as on this trip, but the main reason to always go to South Dakota was the same: to see my grandmother. And because of this life, and because of this journey, and because of the decisions we made to take this trip and live how we do, we got to see her twice. And every time I was grateful. We appreciated seeing her. We loved the visits. She was the grandmother who, ever since I became a part of the Raisler family, when my mom married my stepfather when I was 5, and at that point, even though my last name's Gardy, I have been raised as a Raisler. That's what I consider myself to be. Every Christmas, every birthday, she would send a card. She would send a check of money. And I know it seems a weird thing to bring up when you're 40, but it was one of those constants in my life. Even though you turn 40 years old, 41 years old, your grandma still sends you, a $25 check. And she always says the same thing, hope it doesn't get there late, and, love you, and she sends you a gift at Christmas. She was a very, very special person. And I thought this year we left, because we knew she'd been sick. The family preparing for this, they even got her arrangements before she died, her and my uncle. So it was very practical. They knew this was coming. My brother got to come out, my sister came out. Everyone made a point of visiting and getting to come to see her this year. And we thought we'd have one more time. But we didn't. So there's some other stuff that happened since we've been traveling. That whole day when we found out she died was a pretty horrific day. We had a horrible, traumatizing hotel experience, and just a bunch of stuff. And we'll talk about that maybe in another video. We'll get into it. But I just wanted to update. Right now we're in Wyoming. We're we're in the Shoshone National Forest. Looking to find some places to camp around here. Maybe check out Sinks Canyon we've heard about. Find some free camping around here, and then we'll make our way to Aberdeen, and so we can say goodbye. I didn't. So, anything else, Melody? I guess. Any one thing you want to say about Grandma Bonnie?
No. Sorry.
We wanted to come back. One thing we wanted to see her one more time. We wanted her to give us her her chicken and dumplings recipe.
Ham and potato.
Ham and
dumplings.
potatoes. Yeah, it was ham and potatoes with dumplings recipe. Even though we could figure it out, we really wanted to make that with her. And Kuchen, which is a German dish. That's anyway. So we're going to appreciate, I guess, this time we got heading up there, and the fact we get to see our family. Before we took this journey, I hadn't been to her house in over 30 years.
There's a good chance we wouldn't have been able to make the funeral.
If we weren't living this life, we probably wouldn't be able to make it up there. To our patrons who help support this, to people who help make this journey possible, and there's a lot of you. Thank you. Because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have got those 2 times to see her. I wouldn't get this chance to go there. So, to all of our patrons, thank you for that. It's not something you probably expected to give us, but it's a gift, and we owe it to you. So, thanks. All right, we're going to get back on the road, and maybe we'll do another update video, kind of to give a little more of the other stuff we've been doing. But right now, heading north in the Rockies, going through Wyoming, making our way through to the Dakotas, so we can go say goodbye to the matriarch of my family. Thank you for checking in. Have a reasonable day.